Real life.
Let's cut this bit off and start the
Oh,
podcast.
fine. All right. Hello.
That's not how we do this.
I've taken control.
All right, off you go.
Hello, everyone. That's my intro. That's it.
Hello. What a wonderful morning it is to be here. That's the kind of thing you say.
No, it is. That is what I say. Wait, but no, but it's not
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Yeah, like the Tekken guy. Hello.
You also want to introduce the name of the show next.
Hi, welcome to JoJo's World, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recap and discussion podcast, where we are recapping and discussing Dandadan.
And we're Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Nick Ballantyne, the other one of the co-hosts,
Man,
who's taking control.
You did so well. I'm so proud of you, and I think you've got nothing to be ashamed of for how that went.
What is this tone? What is this tone that you're giving me? Is it pure
It's
admiration?
just important to take a moment to reflect on how well you did.
I did do well. Yeah, I'm worth it. I can talk into a microphone.
It definitely proved you deserve to keep living. Oh, hang on. Yeah, call back. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations, Nick.
Congratulations. Oh, easily my favorite.
But of course, you would become angry because they're saying that to you in English.
Wait, is it bad if they say it to me in
This
English?
is a callback to our conversations from
About
the last two
Evangelion.
episodes about Evangelion dubs that you haven't seen, but are
that is
angry
true.
about.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, but I'm just angry about the dub.
Nick,
not
enough
them saying-
fucking around.
All right, then.
This is JoJo's Word, our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recap and discussion podcast. Today we're talking about episodes 7 and 8 of Dandadan, Season 1.
The anime.
I don't have the episode names up, but more importantly, we've got to backtrack.
What do you mean we got to backtrack?
We've got to print an official JoJo's World retraction to something we showed a modicum of interest in. I showed a modicum of interest in a few weeks ago, which was the Yakuza 3 Kiwami remaster / remake, which I looked into, as many people have, I've looked into a little since then, and turns out they've kind of shit the bed on it in basically every conceivable way.
So you were telling me about this, that it was... The combat apparently has gone a bit backwards.
No, so... Combat in 3 was always a bit of a low light, just because they had it... I haven't played 3, it's the only one I haven't played, so I was looking forward to this remaster, but unfortunately I'm probably going to wait for a sale at minimum.
Yeah.
Combat in 3, I'm told, was always pretty mid, because they had the enemies tuned to block way too much, so you just spent so much of the game wailing against blocking guys and not actually progressing...
Not having any
their
fun.
health bars.
Yeah, beating them down.
They've remade the combat in the Dragon engine, so it is... improved, but apparently not quite as improved as a lot of people would have liked. It's still very block heavy.
I see. So they're still blocking too much.
Yeah, not quite as much, I hear. And this is probably subjective, and I don't know how quantifiable the blocking score is.
Someone they punched enough times online. They started a spreadsheet. They're like,
but that's the least of the problems.
yeah, the voice actor.
No, we'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there.
I'm going in order from least to most objectionable.
Okay.
Next, on the demo at least, I don't know if they fixed this for the full release, but the lighting in the engine has just been absolutely fucked. I noticed this when I started playing Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. You might recall I was streaming that to you viewing it.
Just me. Just me.
And the bloom was like so intense that in order to be able to see in bright areas, I had to kind of make dark areas entirely obscured.
Yep.
That apparently is continued.
Oh, good. Great. So it's just a nightmare of HDR and bloom.
Broken their lighting engine at some point, it seems.
Cool.
Next, a couple of characters have been recast. I'm not familiar with their roles in the story, but I know one of them is the villain, and one of them was like kind of your lovable sidekick who I think must die during it because he's not in subsequent games. The likeness has been, for the sidekick character, has been remade into a guy who I think... No, this is it. Okay. So the original voice actor for that guy would later go on to lend his voice and likeness to a character in Yakuza 6.
Okay.
That guy is or has since become kind of a big deal, so it's speculated he's been recast for budgetary reasons. Then the villain has been recast as a guy, I don't know his name, either the character or the new actor, but I just know him by reputation as a guy who loves doing spousal assaults.
Which is just a great thing to do.
And they asked Sega were, questioned about this in interviews, and they were like, Yeah, you know, for this character, we really wanted someone who gives off like dirtbag energy. So we hired an authentic dirtbag and gave him lots of money to be in our game.
This is just them saying, "Oh, listen.
Listen,
We
it's
know that
okay
he
if you hire a predator to be a bad guy.
exactly. It's like if we hired someone who was on the level, he's a good dude and was like nice to people. That's not a villain arc, you know. You need someone who in real life is bad. You know, you can't act evil.
Yeah, not a fan of that. That's probably the most egregious point
Yeah.
because of the real life implications. But then as well, there's this side game, Dark Ties, where you play as a villain character kind of climbing his way up, and I think sets the events of 3 in motion.
Is it not just Kiwami 3 is called Yakuza Kiwami 3 Dark Ties?
No, Dark Ties is like a sub mode. Like
Huh.
like in Kiwami 2, there was the Majima Chronicles or something like that. They had these
believe
little
it.
side stories
Okay.
just to give you a little extra juice for the remake.
A little bit of a something.
So in this one, you play as a villain, and it's the story of him rising in the Tojo clan, the rot from within, whatever.
Yeah.
But the way he does this is by finding his boss, freshly released from prison on sexual assault charges, already sexually assaulting another woman in an alley in Kamurocho, and you're like, I've got to clean this guy's image up so I can
it's,
climb. They just.
It's a bit close to home.
And I know there's always an element of sleaze in these games because of the nature of them, but it just feels like they're making some steps that I'm not a huge fan of.
Okay, all right. So basically, on every level, you're probably not going to buy the game for a while.
For a while.
Yeah. Maybe not even ever.
But the shining light, the ray of hope, is the his name escapes me. The original like series director is producing a new game series under his own studio. Gang of Dragon is the new series, which looks like a spiritual Yakuza.
Yeah,
So
okay.
hopefully that will be fun. And the other, of course, huge crime to acknowledge, the hugest crime of them all, surely, is that it sounds like they are potentially discontinuing the extant timeline of like the Ichiban games and stuff to instead make a new timeline that branches off from the new story stuff in Kiwami
That's
2 and
right.
3.
Yeah.
Which
Because they just can't get rid
I
of
would be
Kiryu.
disappointed by because,
You can let people stop
yeah,
being around.
put Kiryu to bed. He's
Yeah.
had his time. He's got cancer. He overcame it. He made peace with himself. We got this new cool guy, Ichiban. Let's have some more adventures with him. I do prefer
Yeah.
the brawler games to the JRPGs, but
But it's just like, if you wanted to just be like, okay, we're going back to Brawler, you could still do it
you
with
could
Ichiban.
just do
like,
or you could just do as many games as you wanted in the years between the extant games.
yeah, you could
You don't
just
need
do
to,
that.
and you know we don't know for sure this is what they're doing. It's just rampant speculation. But these comments on this stream from this staffer seem to indicate this was the plan to focus their efforts on a new alternate timeline that branches off after the events of 3.
Yeah.
A shame.
Unless it is, what was the zombie Yakuza game?
Not Dead Rising, Dead Souls.
Dead Souls. Unless it's like that, where they're like,
Spin-offs.
yeah, it's like an alternate timeline where the Lich rises, and you're like, okay.
I don't think it's
sure.
that kind of thing.
No, but
It's the Daidoji, the secret government faction that was introduced in 6 and is now seemingly becoming the most important thing in the franchise.
well, conspiracies are always important.
Anyway, that's Yakuza news.
That's big hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Such a shame. Such a shame to hear that, Kiwami 3, no good.
A shame.
A shame. But you know what's not a shame? Dan. Episode 7 and 8.
Daniel Dadden, the third.
Daniel Day Dan, acclaimed actor, in episode 7 and 8. What do you think?
What were the names of these episodes, Nick?
Well, I'd love to tell you what they
And
are.
I'd love to hear.
Episode 7 is To a Kinder World,
Ah, yes.
if you remember correctly. And episode 8 is, if I scroll down on my phone, I've got this funny feeling.
So, brief recap of the events of these 2 episodes. I'm not sure how much we're going to have to talk about in the first episode because
It's depressing.
it's a quick wrap up of the fight with the acrobatic Silky Ghost, and then I think like a
flashback
10 to 12
story.
minute wordless flashback of the life of this woman before she became a ghost, as she is struggling to raise a daughter as a single parent, engaging in sex work to make ends meet and a series of menial low end jobs until she is murdered by
The Yakuza?
the Yakuza
kind of
home
things?
invaders. It's
Yeah.
unclear to me. Who abduct her daughter. She becomes a ghost, gets ghost dementia, and turns into a monster.
Yeah.
They connect her life force to the dying/dead Ira, Irie? Ira?
Ira,
Ira.
which happens in episode 8.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. They do that to save her life, and that's why the flashback happens.
Oh, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You need to stop bogging me down in the brief recap, Nick. It's supposed to be brief.
No, I need to bog you down all the time.
So they do that to save her life. She lives. Then, as predicted, in episode 8, we immediately segue into love triangle rom-com shenanigans. As
all anime must
as
and will.
Ken Takakura's heroic shenanigans in the ghost fight endeared himself to Ira. She has a crush on him now. She confesses her love to him. There's a huge comedic misunderstanding between Momo and Ira, and as she thinks that Ken and Ira were going to smooch. And then the school gets engulfed into alien darkness. There's a Loch Ness monster or a Godzilla water demon. There's a man in a crab boxing suit. And there's a crab man in a suit who boxes. And the aliens arrive to
Cut off.
dissect, experiment on Okarun to absorb his psychic powers. But at the cliffhanger, he is saved by Ira, who has bonded with the new spiritual energy of the acrobatic silky ghost that she absorbed when they saved her life. And she also has a anime Super Saiyan ghost power form now.
And a lot of hair.
A lot of hair.
Just so much hair.
Good episodes. I thought the trauma flashback that we're going to get into shortly was surprisingly artful. There was another piece of... I'm assuming it's a classical composition that underscored most of it, but it could be an original piece, I'm not sure. But it definitely, it had the ring of a classical composition to me. I didn't recognise it, though.
I'm pretty sure it's original, but you might be right. Because, we've already heard,
we had a
classical pieces. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe it's, a deeply
I don't think we
piece.
talked about it last time, actually, but there was a, string quartet or guitar ensemble piece for the rom-com shenanigans last episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do you want to do this?
Episode 7.
Episode 7, To a Kinder World. Let me pull up my photo notes.
A deeply depressing episode. So this show, it's like you go in, you get some zany mania, you get some good comedic bits, and then you get this episode that makes you go, whew.
It truly can do it all. Rom-com shenanigans, anime ghost battles, and...
Turbo Granny.
Traumatic backstory pathos. Truly,
the trifecta of good anime.
Putting that tweet into action or Tumblr post or whatever it was even though you're a ghost now, that doesn't mean you're not a person who's responding to trauma, and you can, have empathy for that.
Yeah, you're allowed to have us feel something for you, even though you're, just because you're a bad guy doesn't make you a bad guy.
I really, I kind of felt like I really felt the chapter breaks from the manga adaptation in this first episode.
Yeah, okay.
Because we get a 5-minute wrap up of the actual anime fight that we cliffhangered midway through last episode, as they're just kind of running through the warehouse, and her hair is getting increasingly tangled. I just said a ghost hair is getting increasingly tangled in girders and shit like that. Until Okarun goes full throttle Super Saiyan mode and headbutts the acrobatic Silky in its weak point, dealing massive damage.
Yeah.
And that and then we segue from there pretty shortly afterwards into the 10-minute flashback sequence, and it felt like such a distinct chapter break to me.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about the structure of adapting manga to anime recently, and the chapter structure, because we're about to go into Steel Ball Run, which pretty early on transitions from 18, your standard 18 to 20 page chapter to 40 page chapters because of the switch to a new publishing
And it was much
magazine.
Slower to release, right? It went
and from weekly to monthly.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just been on my mind a lot to see how that's going to transition to the anime's pacing. So in this episode, it was really at the forefront of my mind.
So you're like, that's a chapter break. That's a chapter break. I can see
I mean,
it. I can see it.
potentially. I can only speculate because I haven't read the manga.
Yeah. So like you said, it's just a bunch of hair in the warehouse. It's all getting tangled up.
Yep, and Okarun's ghost mode, but he can't go super speed because there's too many obstacles to run around.
Yeah, so he's carrying Ira because,
she's unconscious.
She's unconscious.
Or so it seems.
Momo is just sort of like, I'm going to deal with this whole situation myself.
I forgot she's still cable tied this whole time. So, okay, I said this to you while we were watching, but there's this whole thing in the latter half of this episode about saving the life of Ira, because it turns out that when she got eaten by the acrobatic Silky, she died.
Yeah.
But we never do go back to the two girls that Momo yeeted into a pile of steel girders.
Yeah.
And we don't see them next episode either. So I assume she did just kill them.
Well, I mean, they're not at school.
It was a crime of passion.
No judge would convict. They did.
I mean, justified self-defense. They did just cable tie her arms behind her back.
And slam her to the ground
Yeah.
to do some kind of exorcism. God.
Everything, a lot
Insane.
of, once again, the show continues to bathe everything in a pink light when there's ghosts around. It's good stuff.
I do enjoy that it's very distinct whenever, there's an enemy around. The show just picks a color and then rolls with it.
It's so cool.
Because, you're kind of you're in a spiritual zone or you're in an alien zone. And
There was a wide shot towards the end of this episode of the warehouse, and like a light bulb flickering, the pink light that everything was bathed in kind of flicked on and off with an audible vup. I thought that was a really nice stylistic touch.
Very good. You've done very well, Mr. Dan.
I'm impressed. What was it called? Saru monkey?
Saru monkey, I think is what it is.
And I think Saru was Japanese for monkey too. I could be wrong.
Ah.
Monkey.
Monkey. Maybe it's just Saru. Maybe they're actually just called Saru, but I've only ever seen it as Saru and then underneath it says monkey. So maybe it's...
There's just no way to know.
Who knows? Their little companion monkey is all walking and he's all I'm a monkey.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the logo of Saru Monkey.
Okay.
They have a little logo that's all a monkey walking.
Hey, I'm a monkey walking.
Hey, I'm Saru here. Come on.
I initially tried to do a Christopher Walken impression, immediately realised that was a non-starter, and then pivoted to New York guy.
Listen, I got a fever. I got a fever, and the only cure is monkey. I can't do a Christopher Walken is impossible to do an accent for.
It's a very distinct voice.
It's if you get one part of it wrong, the whole thing flies out the window, and you just sound like an idiot.
So look, Momo has used her psychic powers and the chase to tie up acrobatic Silky with her own hair, essentially, trapping her by tangling her in too many bits and bobs around the warehouse. And she's holding her back with her mind hands. And it's okay, Okarun, transform in and let her have it. And he's all, what do you mean let her have it? I don't really know. I don't know, before when we were running away, I knew I had to run away. And when we were fighting that sumo alien, it was just sure. But I don't want to hurt no one.
And Momo, understandably, is what? Why did you not tell me you had no idea what was going on?
Great exaggerated facial expression where she just turns her head, her jaw drops, and she goes, huh?
It's so good. We fucking love Momo just being why? What the fuck is wrong with you at any turn?
But one thing leads to another, and he just kind of launches himself headbutt style through her chest.
Yeah, the only way that Okarun knows how to get out of a situation is with his head, like a headbutt.
Just like
all
Goku.
Up here. Goku doesn't headbutt anyone.
Famously, he headbutts through King Piccolo's chest.
Does he headbutt? I thought he just punched.
Anyway. The ghost is smashed into the opposite wall of the exterior of the warehouse, and we just see its pink... It's thematically and plot significant pink dress rumpled against the wall.
At the secondary warehouse.
That's right. The sub warehouse next to the warehouse.
And then I think Turbo Granny's hey, Ira's dead.
Well, yeah, so they're what should we do with that ghost now? Should we get Granny over here to exercise her? And Turbo Granny's don't worry about it. You fucked her up. She's not going to be able to do anything for a while. Hey, more importantly, this girl's dead.
And they're what?
Huh?
So it turns out Ira just straight dead. Just dead.
Because they were protected by their magical powers when they were eaten. Our protagonists were. But Ira, being a normal person, she just dies when you get eaten.
Yeah.
When you get eaten by a ghost, it turns out you die.
Yeah, it turns out not good. Not good if you get eaten by a yokai. So they, I'm pretty sure, start trying to do CPR.
Yeah, it's real Jotaro versus Dio stuff, because Momo uses her psychic hands to go inside Ira's chest and manually
start beating
palpate. Is that the word I'm looking for? Pupate?
I think that's what caterpillars do, but all right.
Manually weave a cocoon around her heart, turning her into a figurative, beautiful butterfly.
She just squeezes the shit out of that heart.
Boom, boom. And Okarun is doing rescue breaths.
Yep. But to no avail. She's fucking gone.
She's dead. They did get the huge golden ball back, though.
Oh, that's a win.
I thought for a moment that the solution was going to be, because we learnt last episode that the testicles are full of, positive life energy.
Yeah.
They were going to infuse her with it. And he was like, no, but I need my ball back.
Yeah, no, you're not going to take away Okarun's testicle to save someone's life. That's fucked up.
You never know.
That's crazy, Lee. So instead of that, what's her name? Acrobatic Silky. Still basically dying. walks on up.
Visibly crumbling.
Yeah, walks on up and is like, oh my god, Ira's dead, but I love Ira.
Because she's got this fixation on Ira, as we learnt last episode. Wants her to call her mommy.
Yeah, and she walks up and is like, hey, give my life energy aura to Ira.
So we learn about aura.
And aura...
Aura!
Have you ever seen the aura video?
Oh, I can see auras, Nick.
Oh no. You can see all of my aura.
That's right. It's pestilent and putrid. Whereas mine is clear, unblemished.
Is it auras that you're seeing here?
That's right.
Or is it just water bottles?
I'm seeing what I want to see.
Yeah, okay, that sounds about right.
There are auras everywhere for those with eyes to see.
That's what the aura is for. So
That's right. Something we were talking about before we started recording.
It's only a meme from 2006. Don't worry
Acrobatic
about it.
Silky comes back and she's bald now.
Yeah,
because
she's
they
lost all her hair,
smashed her up too
ripped
bad.
off, and she's like, give my life force to Ira so that she will live.
Because organisms, there was so much like clinical language in the subtitles for this episode, and
What can I say?
I've been critical of the translations, and I don't know if it's faithful to the script or if it's bad because I don't speak the language.
Oh,
but
look,
Acrobatic Silky was talking about masticating earlier instead of like chewing or chomping.
Look, Japanese is very dry language.
And now she's saying aura is like a battery for organisms. And motors don't move without batteries.
That's...
So her aura is almost gone. So if you take my aura and give it to her, then she'll be able to live again. Otherwise, she'll definitely die.
Yeah.
And
so they don't trust her.
They equivocate for a bit like, Harvey Dent, can we trust him? But then they decide to.
Yeah, because she...
Oh yeah, you just want to get close enough to her to eat her again.
So she rips off her jaw.
Yeah, if I was going to eat her, would I do this?
Yeah. So literally...
Gross, gory, red ghost blood goes everywhere. And she says, if you still don't believe me, you can take that steel girder and bash my skull in, like you did to her two little friends.
God, we're never gonna let this go.
Justice for the two little friends.
Who may or may
just
not be
wanted
dead.
to support a girl boss.
So Momo is like, alright, fine, let's do this.
She uses the force and...
makes the auras
much like
connect.
two podcasters plugging in a microphone to a Focusrite audio box.
Focusrite Scarlett
What's it called?
482. Focusrite Scarlett Gen 3.
That's right.
She
connects the ghost aura to the girl heart. Ha, I'm Ghost Aura Girl Heart, and I hunt ghosts. I'm a psychic.
Are you related to Van Helsing in this scenario?
Unrelated.
What's your weapon of choice?
Oh, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I see. How do you kill vampires?
I never mentioned vampires. That was you.
Huh. Okay. You're a ghost hunter, but you don't hunt vampires.
I'm a ghost hunter, but reach an equitable arrangement with them rather than destroy them. For you see, ghosts are just people like you and me.
I see. On your CV under hobbies, it just says ghost hunting 4 times.
Ghost hunting. It's what I do. It's how I define myself.
Great.
I'm whatever I said my name was.
Tell me, do you have a
I'm
good...
Girl Bright All-Star.
Girl Bright All-Star
Okay,
Ghost
moving on.
Hunter. Okay.
That was the famous ghost hunter bit.
So, so Momo it connects the auras.
And
we get a flashback.
we immediately segue into a flashback, and afterwards it becomes apparent that in the act of connecting the auras, Momo is experiencing these memories.
And also Ira.
Like a psychic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Through the connection. Human connection brings us all together.
That's right, yeah.
That's all I have to say on
But
the
it's
matter.
cool, like it's, obviously her main psychic powers are the telekinetic hands, but it's like bringing an element of like telepathy to that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which is very cool. I like it a lot. It's like, it's not necessarily...
Oh, and it was, sorry, you go.
Well, I was going to say, I like that pretty much all the powers in this show aren't bound to, the rule set is that I have telekinesis. We all know how telekinesis works. It's just like, I have psychic powers. Well, this will do.
Yeah, go
And
whatever
it's like-
psychic powers you want.
Yeah, it's like the story
kind of
will
like the
evolve.
inverse of JoJo's world being like, stands that non-stand users can't see are what telekinesis is.
Oh, you mean JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
What did I say?
JoJo's World.
Oh, that's us.
That's us on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we all know what my powers are.
That's right. Podcasting.
Oh, okay, great. That's not what I was going to say. So, yeah, so Momo is all like, hey.
Sorry, I just wanted to say before we went into the
yes.
the substance of the flashback, stylistically it was a nice little moment. We see her mind hand go into like the purple flame that is the ghost's aura. And as
Mm.
she grabs it, like veins of purple energy travel down the psychic hand until
They are one.
and then we
Unified.
segue into this flashback sequence, which I don't really know if we have much we can joke about in.
It's gonna be some real serious
It's
bullshit
like-
coming up.
It is like 10, I've said it before, it's like 10, 12 minutes long, I'd say. It is
Yeah.
2/3 of the episode.
It's brutal. It's hardcore.
And basically it starts with this black-haired woman immediately giving us a through line to the ghost.
Yep. She wakes up in a bed.
Yeah, bathed in the pink light that we associate with the ghost. She is alone, but there has been money left on the bedside table, which tells us everything we need to know about that.
And she turns off the timer that's next to it, and we're like, oh.
Oh, she's keeping her timesheets.
Yeah, no, literally. So,
I don't think that's how that works.
well, she doesn't have to fit. Anyway, so she.
What is the deal with the timer?
Do I have to explain how sex work works to you, Liam, right now?
I guess you get like 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So they pay for a set amount of time. The timer goes off, and it's like, your time's up. Get out. And
Right.
That's it. So she turns off the timer, and then we flash hard to her walking home in the rain,
Yep. And
sad and disheveled because
under her umbrella, there's a cool shot of she's crossing the pedestrian crossing and she passes through a street light, and we see her long shadow like imposed on the road with her long legs,
Yeah,
much
yeah,
like
yeah.
The very ghost she becomes. But she sees in like a little girl's fancy clothing store as she's walking.
And it's got some dresses in
The
there. some
iconic
nice.
pink dress of the evil ghost, which we recognize because of its distinctive color and its sort of long, like pink collar. What would you call that?
Yeah, like the little
Frilly
elastic
collar.
Yeah, like the elastic bits as
Yeah.
well on the arms and
And she
stuff like that.
covets this dress because it turns out she goes home and her little girl is there.
And importantly, we all have compassion for her because as she puts the key in the door, she pauses like,
Washing off the day.
yep. And then as she turns it, opens it, the child runs up so enthusiastically, gives mum a massive hug, and then mum smiles and is all like, oh.
And then we just go through like a kind of a montage real quick of like moments of joy spent with the daughter intercut with like working menial jobs like being a janitor or a cashier and sex work. And then the child like increasingly showing an interest in ballet and learning to dance, going to proper classes eventually.
Because I think this lady is, or maybe was a ballerina of some kind,
I
because she
don't
seems
know.
very good at
I
dancing.
just know the girl was into it.
So,
Oh yeah, she's doing it along with her daughter. Yeah, you're right.
So they're sort of bonding over this like shared kind of hobby slash like maybe career one day. You'll be a dancer like me kind of thing. And she's obviously struggling with money, but she's doing this stuff to, make her daughter happy. And there's a lot of things like, photos of joyous moments where they're like doing the dishes.
And she buys her the red dress.
Yep. And then she's dancing around the red dress. She looks the happiest she's ever been. She tries like dancing around in it, but obviously she's a child, so she's not very good.
Big, beautiful shot of like the girl's birthday as we like very like tight focus, moving camera go through the candles of the birthday cake, pan around. There's like the starry sky outside the window, and the daughter's face is lit by the candles of the cake as she blows them out.
And it's all in like stills. So as we go like further around, we see stills of the day where they're like enjoying curry.
And then we hard cut to the kid crying because the criminals, these nebulous criminals, are beating the shit out of the mother.
So I think what it is that the Yakuza are like, no, you're going to keep doing what we say you're going to
They're
do.
not dressed like how I associate Yakuza, though.
I don't think all Yakuza need to dress like Yakuza
You've got
at
to
all
dress
times.
like Yakuza, otherwise how will people know you're Yakuza?
This is why Kiryu is...
No, hang on, what year is... I mean, it's the past because it's a flashback.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
at
and
least
in the
20
struggle, like, she gets smashed through a glass door and her wrists get cut up, and they take her daughter, and she runs outside into the rain trying to chase her, consciousness fading, and she bleeds out in the rain.
And then she sort of wakes up in the middle of an afterlife kind of place.
Yeah, she's in this, like...
Not a
You know
void,
where you
but
fight...
every end boss of Final Fantasy.
I was going to say Renala, Queen of the Full Moon in Elden Ring.
Yes, where it's all black.
It's like a river surface, a lake surface with the moon up ahead.
Yep. And there's... Is it like the spider in Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
You're
watery-
standing on the water of a lake, which is a surface you can stand on. She's on that, and she is dancing. The sky above is beautiful. The city lights are below, and then the shot kind of segues, you know, when they do time lapse of the sky and the
The lights turn into like beams.
smudged
Yep.
lines.
Yeah.
So, you know, implication, many years pass while she's in this dead ghost situation, and then she's got ghost dementia because she's like this desiccated woman. She can't remember the face of her daughter anymore.
There's a good shot where the Yakuza are obviously beating her up a bunch, but she's falling all over the apartment, smashing up furniture, and one of the things that she falls on is the photo of her and her daughter smiling.
And the blood
obscures
the daughter's
face. It's so good. So when she wakes up, she's like, I
basic
remember.
symbolic storytelling.
Yeah. So she wakes up and she's like, I remember something. There was something that was important to me, but I don't remember what it was. And then we see baby Ira.
Little girl Ira.
Couldn't be more than like 2 or 3 years old.
I'd say 5 or 6.
So she couldn't be older than... no older than 15 years old.
And she is like a child would. She sees a woman that she mistakes for her mother and like pulls on her raggy dress and is like, Mom?
And we don't know if anyone else is seeing that mother.
The ghost.
The acrobatic Silky. But obviously Ira can see her because when her dad finds her, it's like, I told you not to run off on your own. And she's like, but I thought it was Mum. And then we find out that Ira has very, very recently lost her mother.
That's right. We get a quick shot of like the cremation at the funeral. But the ghost hears this and erroneously comes to the assumption that she is the girl's deceased mother.
That's not it at all.
Because she has forgotten the face of her daughter.
Yep. And we get like a long shot on the photo of her and her daughter obscured with the blood as she's like, that's it. Ira's my daughter.
Yeah, and then her hair is growing into, you know, ring ghost hair.
Yeah. And she's like, I will keep her safe. Out.
That's cool as hell. That's it's like a 5, 10, 15-minute horror story.
Yeah. Except it's like, you can't help but feel bad the whole time.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
and
it's a horror story.
Yeah.
They're meant to make you feel bad. And reflect on society.
Exactly. You're on the verge of tears because you know it could happen to you one day.
That's right. You could become a ghost. And you could forget the face of your daughter.
I hate it. I hate it.
No, me, I don't have one.
You don't have a ghost?
A daughter.
Oh, okay, great. But like, it's so painful to watch because you're like,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's great. It's amazing. It's like watching like a really sad film that at the end you're like, but it's so beautiful.
For the podcast, I wish it wasn't so heavy.
Yeah, for a thing where we joke all the time, we're like, oh yeah, lol, let's get... Oh no, this is not good material.
But it's good. It was a good sequence.
It's so good. It's also like, it's so simple, but it's so effective at what it does, where you're just sitting there going, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, I don't like where that's going. Oh no. Yeah.
And then back in the present, the ghost, still actively crumbling, like her hand falls into dust, is having like a... It is giving big dementia vibes. It's at least in how it's depicted in fiction, you know, in terms of forgetting the faces of important people or mistaking them for somewhere else. But she's having this moment of clarity and she's like, I swore I'd protect you and now I've become a monster, so I'm going to end it all now. And Momo does the link. Ira wakes up and, also having experienced that vision, goes and gives the fading ghost a hug, calls her mommy.
There it is.
And gives her that moment of peace that she needs to presumably pass on. Or so we think for now.
Well, yeah. She's off to the void or something because she couldn't rest in peace, and then she's all like, you were the best mother I ever had. You always kept me safe. And now I don't know what happens to her, but whatever.
Nobody does, Nick.
So she turns
to
ash. Wait, what do you know that
anyway,
I don't know? What are you keeping over there in your little corner there, Liam? In your little podcast corner?
And it does seem to imply that in her last moments, she does properly remember her daughter.
Yeah, all the ash turns to white or something like that as well. So maybe, I don't know, she's half void, half not void now. I don't know.
I think you're reaching a bit.
I don't know. So she passes on and Momo and Ira are both crying about like, oh, it's so sad. And Turbo Granny's like, what a waste of space.
What a twerp. Useless loser ghost. She's not like me, Turbo Granny. Hard cut to credits. Using the hairdryer.
Using the hairdryer to go fast. So it's just like the whole time Turbo Granny's the worst. And Momo and Ira are like, we had this beautiful connection. This poor...
Let's immediately squander this bonding experience we had by starting the next episode with a comedic argument where they're both sucking increasing amounts of soba noodles into their face to talk with their mouths full at each other.
So there is no whiplash if they're just going to rip your head out of your socket.
What's the next episode?
Yeah, it's the next episode. But at the same time, if you just like are binging it and you get to this episode, you're like, oh, that last episode was a lot. And then you go directly into this. You're kind of like, whew,
And
joke time.
The first shot of the next episode, or one of the first shots of the next episode, just tells us everything we need to know about this episode, because it's a close-up on Ken Takakura's face, and reflected in the lenses of his glasses. In one lens is Momo, and the other is Ira. They're all sitting around the Ayase family table, supping on the noodles. We're in active wear for some reason.
Because that's what people wear. They all wear activewear.
They're both in the exact same position, supping the exact same amount of noodles. Which one will he choose? Oh.
Neither.
Whoa.
Neither is the answer, because...
Because he's an incel.
Yeah, you beat me there. That's it. Yep, okay. But he's just like...
He's been cucked by ghosts.
Oh, I mean, he doesn't even have a testicle.
Exactly.
Like, what's he go fucking do?
Literally and figuratively castrated him.
So they're all eating these noodles, but while they're eating the noodles,
They're arguing.
Momo and
Because it turns out Ira is like stupid.
yeah, she is so beautifully dumb. Like, just in a way that I love so much.
Sorry, I do have to issue a correction. They weren't soba noodles, they were so men noodles.
No, there were so many noodles.
You were saying.
God, I've still got it. So, so they're basically, Momo and Ira are just arguing about how Ira is like, oh, I'm not angry at you, Momo. And Momo's like, fuck you are.
Momo apologizes for dropping that wash basin on her head a
That's
couple of
right,
episodes ago. It's like, now do you want to apologize to Ken Takakura for bullying him?
And then she immediately goes, oh, you dumb bitch. I will never apologize.
I've never done anything wrong to anyone.
I don't
ever.
think you understand.
And I never could.
I'm actually the savior
I'm the
here.
protagonist of this show, Dandadan.
That's pretty much it, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry. Apologize to a demon? I don't think I will.
And she's sizing up everyone in the room, and we're seeing it through her own eyes, the perspective, as she is like pinching Momo's head with the shape of her chopsticks.
So good. And she's like, so obviously you're still a demon, and Momo is unimpressed face, like super simplistic, cartoonish eyes, like, I'm a demon, all right. It's like, and that is your thrall or familiar over there.
I saw him assume a demonic form during that fight with that ghost.
He is no human. He is no man. He is evil. As is that woman over there, who's not your grandmother at all.
She's too young and hot.
And immediately, Psycho's like, fuck, she's great. Yeah, Momo's a demon. Fucking get her, Ira. And Momo's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? It's so good. And then they start eating the noodles more and more, so that their mouths are getting more and more full.
They are only talking while they've specifically sucked up a huge mouthful. And I'm sure this would be much more impactful as a Japanese viewer.
Yeah.
But the things they are saying with their mouthful are projecting themselves as katakana like around the borders of the screen. And then when they finish talking, they like knock them away with the sound of like
a bowling pin thing. Yeah. They're like literally knocking it away themselves in the show. It's so good. But they're like, blah, 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 blah.
I'm holding up Nick a shot of super simplistic Momo's face.
I'm telling you, this show is so gifable. There's so many good bits where it's just a simple animation and you're like, oh, that's satisfying. That's good stuff.
Ira says, you're trying to destroy the world, I bet. Momo looks dumbfounded, then says, are you a total idiot? If I had such powers, I'd start by blowing your head off.
And then they start knocking away all the characters again. Yeah. And this whole time, Okarun is just sitting there like,
and Turbo Granny.
And Turbo Granny, all just sitting there happily eating their noodles.
I like, Momo's wearing this like, jumper, like, or pajama shirt, potentially.
Big fat onesie.
No.
Big hockey, oversized shirt, sports thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And on the back is just a baseball bat with a smiley face.
We love baseball in this household.
Sure.
No, not in real life, in the show.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, something happened. It happens in a later scene. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. So they get into all this big argument, and
she says, Ira basically says, you're forgetting one simple thing. I'm the protagonist because I'm so cute.
I've so kawaii des.
Chosen to protect world peace.
I just said kawaii des in the least Japanese way possible. Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Today, I am kawaii des u.
Ooh.
That's me, boys. I can't keep this up. This is horrifying to
What's
talk
up,
about.
lads? We having a bit of a I got nothing.
Yeah, we can't
I
pull
used
this
to
off
be
at
able to
all.
improvise.
We can't pull off. All right, lads, we're with the. I don't know why I went full British. All right, lads, we're
All
here
right,
with the
lads,
bloody
we're
boys. All
going down
right,
to the
boys.
bloody Maid cafe to have ourselves a nice time.
All right, boys, get yourself a bubble tea and a bloody scone. We're off to the tea.
We're gonna go have a chocolate parfait with some maids who are being paid to be nice to us.
Now listen here, that bloody cat costume's a right ripper, that one. Now, did you buy it yourself when we're going down to the Maid Cafe?
That's quality stitching, that is. High quality craftsmanship.
Tell you what, that thread count never could have been higher, mate. Never could have been higher. Good tail on that one. Good tail. All right. Now, what am I going to be fucking wearing? Because I don't have the fucking cat costume. I'll tell you what, boys. I'm going as a bloody maid. Let's bloody do it, boys. And then they're all
Great.
different.
That's the famous Bloke Maid cafe bit.
Do you reckon there's like... Do you reckon there is like an Australian cafe in Japan? Because you know how you have like...
I mean, there must be, sure.
Yeah, because you get like America Cafe, Maid Cafe, Disney Cafe, Lego Cafe, like Mario Cafe,
Final
Kirby
Fantasy 14 cafe.
Final Fantasy 14 Cafe,
Ask me how I know about that.
Cafe, you know, like all those themed cafes. Do you reckon there's an Australia one?
There must be.
Where they walk in and they're like, "G'day, mate. How are you this morning? Please take a seat on the
Barbie.
Barbie."
Take a seat on the Barbie.
And then everything is just like a Crocodile Dundee reference or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Take a seat on the knife.
I thought you were going to ask me if there's any of those style of cafes in Australia.
Oh,
to which I was going to say the closest thing I'm aware of that may or may not still exist is the
cafe down the road.
The phenomenon that was Karen's Diner.
Oh,
which was
from like My Kitchen Rules or whatever it was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was someone who's like Catherine on My Kitchen Rules who...
Okay, not the name I said.
Who made such a bad impression that when she had her restaurant in Vic Park, it blew up because people were like, it can't be that bad. Everyone that went there was like, it's that bad. But people kept going because they're like, yeah, but it can't be that bad. So they stay in business for like a decade and a half or something.
No, not
that one. Okay.
No. So this was a business that tried to capitalize on a misunderstanding on the concept of the Karen.
Oh, no.
So basically they made one of those, an Australian version of one of those Japanese cafes you go to where the staff are rude to you.
Yeah. Are all rude to you?
Yeah.
Like a BDSM cafe style thing? What is this rude to? What do you mean rude?
Rude to you in a non-sexual way.
Yeah, no, I get that. But like, what do you mean rude?
Rude brackets non-sexual.
Wouldn't that just suck?
Yeah. And turns out it sucked and no one liked it. Because it wasn't even a competent execution of the
concept.
Yeah, because I mean they talked about this on some old episodes of Bunta Vista, so go track those down if you want to hear them in full detail, listener.
Right,
but basically, there were so many stories in the reviews of like the staff not letting them pay unless they committed to like a $200 tip.
What?
Or like the rules of play for the teasing, like said like we won't make fun of any like physical attributes or things you can't control like that, but they just did.
Oh, so like if you're in a wheelchair, they're like, what up, four wheels?
Sure, like that.
Yeah. But
maybe a bit ruder.
I don't know how to make fun of people in wheelchairs. It just seems like...
You're so nice, Nick. You should open some sort of nice cafe where you're nice to people.
Yeah, that's going to last in Australia.
Hi,
yeah.
I'm Nick. I'm here to have a nice conversation with you.
How's your mother going?
Oh, I'm so impressed by how your mother's going.
Oh, you know, it takes a lot of courage to admit.
Yeah. That's really great for mums lately.
Yeah. By the way, your mum still with your dad? Is
yeah,
that a thing?
She's single. She's looking kind of fit lately. Your mum.
I'm just a nice guy, just here to be nice. Just out of curiosity, though, so your mum...
Come on down to MILF Hunters, the only cafe where the staff will try to hit on your mum, even if she's not there.
But they're very nice. They're all... Okay,
our staff are nice and incredibly horny.
You put this into my brain now. The only people I would hire to work at my MILF Hunter cafe would be extremely handsome gents, right? Who have...
Oh, you're doing Oran High School Host Club.
Yeah.
Except not high school.
Not high school at all. Probably like mid-30s guys who all have...
It's kind of fucked up that manga was about like one step short of like teenage sex work.
Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So I would hire like handsome 26-year-old guys who have little curly hair that comes down from the top of their head. You know, the little bit
anime floof.
Yeah, the little anime floof
or a little
that comes down.
Like, are you doing like a pop punk fringe? Is that what you're doing with your hands?
No, because the pop punk fringe is like woomph.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a
It's
lot
like
of hair.
slick across
Yeah,
the face.
you
You're
want
just
like
a little
curly hair.
Superman curl.
Yeah, you want the little Superman curl on every single one of them.
Mhm.
They'd all be jacked,
Mhm.
fucking shredded.
And so nice.
So nice.
So respectful to mums.
And whenever you ask them about their day, they'd be going, "Oh, my day's going great. You know, I actually just took the dog out
I'd
for a
prefer
walk."
to hear about your day. I'll say.
Exactly. And then you would say,
And
"Oh,
mums
well,
will swoon.
Exactly. And they'd be like, "Oh, that young handsome fella. Well, he could make me a
He could
coffee."
bust up my shifero.
Well, you know what? I'd take him
That's
down.
not a euphemism.
I'd take him down to my MILF Island any day. I don't know if that's
That's
anything.
right. The MILF hunters long to be invited to someone's MILF island. That's the rich lore of the
That's
setting.
it. That's all it. On the top of the door, it just says, "Ask about MILF Island." Anyone that asks about MILF Island, immediately ejected from the cafe.
And life.
No, because they have to invite you to MILF Island.
That's right.
Not the other way around, right? So if they go, "Hey, what's with that whole MILF Island thing?" It's like, "I'm sorry.
So I'm
please.
sorry. I'm going to need you to leave.
I'm sorry.
Please.
can't."
So please step into the
Yeah.
to the guillotine.
And then public execution every day, because there's always someone who's like, "Look, I gotta know about this."
That's right.
whole
It's
MILF
bringing
Island
back one of the oldest forms of entertainment:
thing."
the
guillotine?
public execution.
Ah, yes, the public execution, my favorite. Anyway, so that
Anyway,
whole
what are we
cafe-
talking about?
about my MILF
So
Hunter
that's
by
my
proxy.
subtle attempt to get us back on track.
Yeah, my MILF Hunter by
No,
proxy
no,
cafe.
Nick, you're not picking
which
up
we
what I'm
got-
putting down.
Which we got from not Granny, we got from Ira being like, "I'm the protagonist," and then walking out of the house
And then she comes back
because she's the main character.
and she's like, "By the way, Ocaron, you're super cute. Why did you save me from being killed by ghosts?"
And he's like, "I didn't really have
Like,
a reason."
when
Like,
someone's in trouble, you try and save them, right? And she's like,
Quick
"Oh wow,
cut.
even though you're a demon, you still have a human heart. I promise I'll save you from her control." She's living her Twilight dreams.
Yeah.
She thinks she's falling in love with a demonic bad boy.
I love there's a shot.
So stupid.
There's a shot where when he says, "Oh, you know, you just do the right thing."
So confident.
Her-
So stupid.
She like in typical like romantic anime fashion, there's a shot of her like gripping her bag like handle just a little bit tighter. Where it's like, "Oh my god, this emotion." But yeah, she's
And then she walks outside and we like cut to her internal monologue being like, "What are these feelings I'm having?"
it's a funny kind of feeling. That's the
right.
name of the episode.
Okay.
And then we got the dandadan, 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 dandadan. And then
Funny, this feels like the opening of another chapter. We cut to a fun little baseball game everyone is playing. Ken Takakura is sitting with his legs spread. Turbo Granny is on the other side of the room with the golden ball, going to baseball pitch it between his legs to restore it to him. And
he straight up says, "Is there no other way to do this?"
Momo is behind him with like a salad plate.
Oh, like one of those strainers.
Yeah, held up in front of her face. I thought it was because she was embarrassed, but turns out they're doing a whole baseball thing here, and she's being the keeper, the catcher.
I think everyone is like, to get a ball back inside you, you wouldn't just smush it in, would you?
And for some reason, Granny is being the batter.
Yeah.
And is trying to actively knock away the ball.
Well, you don't just play baseball without a batter. You can't, you know.
And she draws a little batting plate down on the tatami mat in front of them.
with a big pencil bat.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Batter up." Oh.
But she misses.
Well, what's the thing? It's like pitches shaking or pitches
Oh, yeah, I've got it here.
twitching or something like that.
So it's basic, baseball trash talk.
Yeah.
She says, "Pitcher's jittery. Hey, 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 hey." And then she says, Turbo Granny says, "Jittery? Who are you talking to?" Winds up the pitch. "When you see my Turbo Granny ball, you won't be spouting such nonsense."
And then, if, talk shit, get hit.
Lovingly
she slams that in
rendered
there.
baseball pitch with
Oh,
speed lines galore.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All anime artists want to do is draw sports anime.
And the ball flies straight and true into Ocaron's crotch, glowing with golden light, restoring one of his precious testicles.
And I think
It's a testicle show.
I think Seiko is like, "Hey, when you get kicked in the balls, you have to jump up and down."
Yeah.
And so Ocarina
when
goes
you get
from, like,
hit in the balls by the baseball pitch,
Yeah.
it's tradition that, again, she's leaning into her classic comedy fandom here. She
Yeah.
wants to see some classic slapstick, jumping up and down on his toes and holding his crotch.
Yeah. And he's like, "Ooh, ooh." But he's got his ball back.
Sorry, there was something
That's
else
it.
I meant to talk about at the start of the show that I forgot about till just now, Nick.
Mm.
Interlude. the thing Liam saw online recently. I saw
Neckwatch.
I was recently recommended a video by the Crunchyroll Instagram account. Ooh, we hate Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Oh, the Crunchyroll Instagram account. So
Yeah.
like Crunchyroll's Instagram account.
What else could I possibly mean?
I thought you meant. Oh, Crunchyroll and Instagram are the same now, and I was like,
Oh, I see.
What?
The corporate merger.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll has acquired Meta.
no, wait, Crunchyroll's acquired Meta.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
An interview
hmm
that they posted recently. I'm assuming the interview was also recent, but I didn't check. A clip of an interview with Yasuhiro Naito of Trigun fame.
Can I guess what he said?
Absolutely.
Was it at first? It's like, so Trigun has like such a long legacy. What do you think about the next chapter with Trigun Stardust?
Yeah, that's
and
the thrust of the overall interview.
And he went
promoting that.
Oh, I think it actually looks really cool. I really like these new designs. I think Wolfwood looks really cool, right?
Yeah, you're so close. So he says,
I love him so much.
he says, Wolfwood's really cool. He's got that sleek minimalist design with that black suit. I'm paraphrasing here.
Yeah.
Stampede Vash,
Mm-hmm.
Stargaze Vash, or whatever the show
Whatever.
is.
Yeah.
He's got all those belts on his arms.
Does he?
I mean, this is what Yasuhiro Naito's saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when I had to draw him, I was staying up all night drawing all these belts. Whereas Wolfwood, nice and easy to draw.
I see. This explains why he loves Wolfwood so
That's
much.
right.
So it's not even a love because he's like, man, Wolfwood, he's just got this worldview that's really interesting. It's just him being like, do you know
Sleek,
how hard it is?
minimalist design.
Do you know how easy it is to draw a sleeve of like a white shirt? Do you know how easy that is?
Do you know how hard it is to draw 1 million belts?
Man, fuck that guy. Vash sucks. Wolfwood, sleek.
That's great. It's good stuff.
I just love, even like, was the whole interview basically
That was
just
the only
a
clip I
2-minute
saw, really. Yeah.
Yeah,
30-second clip.
Just a 2-minute thing of like, so what do you think about Wolfwood? Oh, he's so easy to fucking draw. God damn. Oh, that's so good. I miss Trigun. We should rewatch Trigun again.
Well, we should watch
Jojo's
new
Trigun.
Trigun.
Do we have to watch the new one?
Okay, look, we don't need to really go through in excruciating detail this next sequence. It's comedy, relationship, misunderstanding.
There's a miscommunication.
They're walking to class and Momo's all like, "Okay, Ron, I'm gonna get you a smartphone, but it's expensive, huh? Isn't it? Maybe I should get a part-time job or something." Interesting, we don't really know anything about his home life yet.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
I wonder what that could possibly mean.
Anyway, so Okarun is like trailing back a bit, and he's like, "Oh, sorry.
Do you want to hang out at lunch?
Ooh, actually, I need to write a report for school.
Okay. Do you want to go to a net cafe after school? Or
I
something?
also have a report to write after school. Okay, bye.
So she can tell he's lying to her.
Yeah.
She goes and complains to her friends and like, do you think he's sneaking around with another woman? And she says, no, not him.
No.
Like he's the last kind of guy who would do that.
He is incapable of that.
So she goes and gets her other friend a delicious Pompey orange juice.
So they're just like orange juice cartons, which I don't think we really have.
Yeah,
here.
we did.
Did we?
Yeah, a delicious orange sea.
We had we had the straw one. The straw. Liam, the straw. With the you get your box, you get your little rectangular prism of juice.
Yeah, that's what she got.
No, she got a milk carton one. You know how I will drink straight milk from the carton?
Like a freak.
Yeah. They've got that,
I'm sending Nick videos of guys being like, "No, there's a lot of men out there who drink 6 liters of milk a day, but you really want to try and wean yourself down to at most 2 liters of full cream milk a day.
If you can't do it, boys, tell you what.
Maybe try
skim.
Yeah.
If you get skim, that's like you're immediately getting rid of half the calories.
That's what you look like to me when you drink milk." Mr. Milk Juice.
Just FYI, anyone who doesn't know my physical stature, I'm not a buff.
Yeah, he's
guy.
a JoJo's character. He's 7 feet tall. He's jacked as all hell.
I am at best a slight movement. Like, I've got like slight moves, a bit of a punch, no muscles. And then I show up with full cream milk and I'm like, lads, it's a fucking party. All of my friends think I'm fucking insane.
Sicken me.
Like, literally every one of them was like, Nick, are you going to drink all that milk? Just plain, straight, full cream milk? And I'm like, yeah.
Straight from the carton.
Straight from the carton.
Like a seasoned bachelor.
Am I alone in this plight where it's like, milk is great?
I find milk as a drink repellent, so we're diametrically opposed on this.
But milk is so good.
Irreconcilable differences.
This is where the podcast ends.
I'll drink a milkshake.
But that's not milk.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, or milk and syrup. But,
Caramel.
oh, no, we love a good bit of... Yeah, mate, we love a good bit of caramel.
We can
in
all
bloody
agree.
milk.
Caramel.
Is incorrect. Incorrect. No, I won't hear a word again. I lived in America long enough to know. Caramel, hate it. Hate it. What are you stewing on? What
Pretty
are you on?
sure my friend and former co-host's mum's name is Carmel. Or is it Carmen?
Maybe it's Carmen San
I'll
Diego.
have to double check.
Yeah.
It's not important. She sees, as she's coming back with these delicious orange juices, over behind the school in like a little alleyway between the school building and the edge of the school grounds, Okarun on all fours above the treacherous Ira.
What? But
Are they
no.
making out all full on the ground style?
They're both
No.
blushing.
Flashback. Okarun has been secretly going behind the shed or whatever to work out and get swole because Granny Psycho told him to do that like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So he bought himself some like wrist weights and he's doing push-ups and squats
But he can't get to 100
because he wants to raise his ghost stamina.
Yeah. He wants to be a real hero
But
guy.
he tops out at like 20 push-ups because it's early days yet.
More than me.
Okay. Maybe you should drink less milk.
I will never drink less milk.
But then Ira comes to confess her true feelings to him and immediately assumes that he will reciprocate and they'll start making out
Because Ira is the main protagonist.
and she's dumb as all hell.
And
there's
she read in a
there's
magazine.
there's a little comedy bit that it turns out the relationship research she was doing was her dad's like porn magazines and videos that he keeps in his study.
And Okarun immediately clocks that's like, that is not what you should be taking away from any of that. That's not it.
And there's some like physical comedy where like
They're like shimmying to like...
he's trying to
find
get
an
away.
opening. Yeah. And he's like, please don't approach me. Please, I beg of you. Like, this is dumb. And she's like, it's not dumb. It's love. This is what it is. Let me confess my feelings for you. And he's
Even
like,
though
please
you're
don't.
a demon.
And it's like, please don't confess your feelings to me. I'm not a demon. I'm just a kid.
And then
Please.
they like grapple and fall over each other, and that's the compromising position that Momo finds them in.
And Momo storms off being like, I knew it. You're a piece of shit all along.
Dirtbag piece of shit. Gonna stare depressed at the pistol shrimp that we're examining in class today and be like, wow, so you also feel like punching things hard too.
AMAB. All men are...
Pistol shrimps.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
So I just happened to pull up the
You've been on your phone this whole time.
no, the photos of
Yeah.
of Momo doing her research, and it looks like she's holding like an R18 plus. I'm assuming porn manga. No, it's a DVD case. I can see the thing on the side there.
That's the second one.
Yep, volume 8. And she's got like a headband around her head. I think it's probably like a studying headband.
Yeah, like when you're really
that
focusing.
they do in
up,
like
yeah.
Japanese media when someone's really cramming. They put a sweat headband.
It's like in the seminal movie One Cut of the Dead.
Sure.
One Cut for the Dead. One Cut of the lady who works really hard has a headband.
Okay.
It's like yeah. God, we love that movie.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Have you not watched One Cut of the Dead?
Never even heard of it.
It's like it's I don't want to spoil too much, but it's like it's a horror movie for about a third of the film, and then the second 2/3 are like, hey, so that we need to make this film, and we need like a prolific horror director. Hey, you're a guy who can make films, right? He's like, yeah, I make like TV ads. It's like, great. We need you to make a film. It's like, and then it's them making the film and all the comedic things that go along with that as the
Okay.
So it's like you watch the film for half an hour,
And then you watch them make it.
half an hour of the behind the scenes as they're filming it, being like, so he showed
It's
up.
like that episode of Community where they make a movie.
Yeah, but it's like this guy showed up really drunk, and we need him to be a zombie. We don't know if this is going to work, and then he comes back, vomits on someone, and you're like, oh,
Zombies is
no.
drunk.
Yeah, and then another one where someone's like, why did that guy fall over while they were running away? And then you see that there's like another shot of them as they're running, and they just happen to just fall over, and you're like,
Use it.
oh, okay,
Use
great.
it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look,
So good.
Back to the episode.
Yes.
I glossed over it, or I was at risk of glossing over it, but there is the shot where they are in class watching a science documentary about mantis shrimp or pistol shrimp or whatever. Are they the same creature? It doesn't matter. And it is just
Stock footage.
real life stock footage of this creature.
I said to you,
Fascinating stylistic choice.
I said to you while we were looking at this, you were like, that's just footage, yeah? And I went, yeah, you can't draw something that fast.
I wasn't, yeah, huge stain on the animator's wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't 100% sure if it was real life footage just spliced in, or if it was like the famous Golden Kamuy CGI bear. Was this
Oh,
a 3D CG mantis strip?
yeah. No, that comes later. Don't you worry about that. So I think in this we learned that the mantis shrimp can shoot water at like 80 kilometers an hour from its like weird tip. And then the guy
I
asks,
feel like this will be relevant to the next episode, so let me find the quote and read it.
Hmm.
A mantis shrimp's punches clock at 80 kilometers per hour.
Nailed it.
It has a force of roughly 150 kilograms. If you scale it to human size, it's roughly 700 tons. You can defeat elephants with such a punch.
Then he says something weird like, what do you think would happen if the mantis shrimp could do it in air or something like that?
How destructive do you think it'd be if it was unleashed in air? And then we are cutting to Momo putting a ruler in the tank for their class mantis shrimp that they're examining, and it punches the ruler and shatters it.
And she's all like, oh, you like to punch things. And then, yeah, she's all depressed now.
Yes.
And we all know she just wants to punch things.
That's right.
Like Okarun, that deceptive fuck.
And her friends are like, man, she's depressed.
That's it.
She stands up in the room and like puts her hands on her head and goes like, ah, that's funny.
Yeah, and
But
she
then we
like
hard
punches
cut-
herself a bit.
Okarun goes into his class, and he's still working out in class. I don't know how he's getting away with this, but he's got his books propped up, and he's got a dumbbell in one hand and one of those grip strength things in the other. And then all of a sudden, everyone disappears because there's supernatural activity going on.
Oh no!
So basically, over the next few scenes, we learn that everyone in the school has vanished except for, as far as we're at this stage, Momo, Ken Takakura, and Ira, because they have sufficient spiritual energy to not be filtered out by the aliens who are doing this.
Yeah.
The other things that are also in the school, as our protagonists encounter them, are an aquatic dinosaur dragon thing, a Diplodocus, Loch Ness Monster, Godzilla.
Yep.
That Momo encounters and does a stealth level with.
She like
because
hides behind
the
a
water
door.
is up to their ankles in the corridors. It's flooded.
Your apparent least favorite height of water.
The worst depth to be in.
Yeah.
In terms of being in a supernatural flooding situation, I think.
But
because
okay, explain.
not the worst depth. Sorry, the most frustrating and annoying depth.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you're up to your knees, you're proper wading, and like you can just adjust to that.
Okay.
Dry is good. Dry is obviously the best.
Dry.
But if it's at your ankles, you're still doing basically normal walking. But now your feet are wet. Yuck.
So what? Okay. I need to unpack this more.
Yuck, Nick.
It's just disgusting. Hateful water. What about?
And also there's a dinosaur in there.
What if you were wearing like gumboots or something?
Well, that's a different matter entirely.
Not a horror movie at that point. That's
just going for a nice nature walk.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're in a horror movie and there's ankle-high water,
I think if you're in any situation with this ankle-high water, it's a low-key flooding event and it's ankle-high, that's gross.
You would straight up be like, oh, hell no. I ain't having this. Compared to if you had knee-high water and you'd be like, oh, we're fucked, but I've got this.
Well, if I'm in knee-high water in a flooding situation, I'm like, we're in serious mortal danger. If I'm in ankle-high water, I'm like, oh, yuck.
I didn't think that you wouldn't like it because you're like, ew, I don't want that.
You're going to get blisters on your feet because your feet are getting wet in shoes.
You're not going to get blisters from getting wet. It's going to get all wrinkly and soggy, right?
Yeah, but then it'll chafe.
Okay. Good counterpoint. All right, yeah, okay, you get chafy. But if you were in knee-high water...
I won't be drawn on this, Nick.
There's no compromise here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Respectable stance to take.
Momo encounters this monster. It's a very, its head looks like traditional Japanese Godzilla, classic variety, in terms of the shape of its mouth.
Yeah, and it's got, the teeth and the eyes, sunken in.
But then it's got, kind of a turtle-like body, I think. We didn't get a great look at it.
The best way I could think of it is, if you took the Loch Ness... Because we get, when it's walking away, we get a bit of a view where it's, it has a few flaps. It's like the Loch Ness Monster meets Godzilla meets
the Nessie from Super Mario 64 that you pound on his back to get his head to go
down. Yeah. It's like that, yeah. So, it just sort of arrives creepily from a corridor.
And Momo hides in the classroom doorway, but it seems to be doing, water-based echolocation to detect her or something.
Yeah.
Because there's little ripples that go along the corridor from it, lap around the corner to her, and there's a lot of attention paid to that.
Mm.
And then it does a huge beam and cuts the school in two.
It is a 100% Gojira reference.
Yep.
It is like not even subtle. It does like look at the ground starts bubbling up, and then it starts shooting out a big plasma beam that gets into a little tiny, like small concentrated beam, and then it looks up and just destroys everything on this one like horizontal level, just above where Momo's crouching.
And then it leaves.
And then it leaves.
Meanwhile, Okarun and Ira encounter each other in the deserted school. They're like, are you responsible for this? No. Are you responsible for this? No, I'm a pretty girl. Do you think Momo's in this too? I don't know. We better go find her. And then they get attacked by a man who is a crab.
Yeah, well, hold on. Don't sell them fucking short here. They get attacked by a boxing crab.
Yeah. So we know that, what is it? Ghosts turn into crabs because they have to cross the river Styx.
Yeah.
So this guy might be a ghost or he might be an alien. It's unclear at this juncture.
I refuse to tell you which.
Yep.
But needless to say, he's got boxing gloves and he's a humanoid crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he punches the crap out of Ken Takakura.
So Ken goes like, slight
Ghost
demon mode, and he's all like, ugh, what a bummer. All right, Ira, you gotta leave now, because I gotta take care of these
But
dudes.
then those, what are they?
Sapporians?
Yeah, from the first episode show up, immobilize him with their psychic powers, and are like, your ghost powers.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they exceed anything our technology is capable of. So we are going to dissect you and figure out how to take them. And they are they crush him down into the ground for a long time, but then they start elevating him up into the air, and they're using their mind powers to shred his clothes off like they love to do because they're freaks.
They are the worst.
And they extend their crotch-based dissection equipment, and they're going to kill him. And the crab is just standing there.
Fun side story. Mutual friend of the podcast got a...
You know my qualm about that.
They got a little gacha of one of the Sapporians, and they were like, oh, good, I got the worst possible one, which is this shot of one of them with, like, big scissors coming out of their crotch, just, like, snippy snip time. And they were like, great, well, I can't put this around my house because I hate it.
Yeah. But then he's saved by a huge twist. Psychic superpowers, ghost, Ira, who has merged with the essence of the acrobatic silky ghost.
Now
and
she's Silky Ira?
I don't care. Her hair becomes longer and potentially prehensile, and like that deep pink sheen that that acrobatic silky's aura turned the scene to, and her face
becomes covered much like
but she still seems to have like one eye exposed as her own.
Yeah.
And then her face is like kind of halfway between what Okarun does in his Turbo Granny form and the acrobatic Silky's ghost face.
Yeah, so she is now
one of those dead eyes, like kind of that horse shape.
Yeah. So she's got vibes now. She's ballet dancer in her way away.
Much like when Okarun transforms and his speech patterns become all depressed, her vocals change as well. She becomes very formal, is the impression I'm getting. She says, it seems that I am the chosen one after all. Let go of Takakura-sama. Oh, yeah, I'm getting very sort of formal dialogue from her.
I feel like
she only said two things so far.
Yeah,
so
I feel like there's definitely a little holier than thou kind of sounding thing in this bit of dialogue. I don't know if it's going to keep up, but we'll find out because I literally don't remember.
Okay.
But also her voice, I think, changes to the mother's voice.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Or at least if they maybe put an overlay on it or something.
Yeah. Much like how Okarun's voice goes way deeper, but also now has some effect on it or something.
Yeah.
Her voice has now got an effect on it as well. It's great. Fantastic. Love to see it.
And that is the end of this episode.
Dun dun dun.
Dandadan.
That's what I just said.
Cool.
Highlights and lowlights.
Highlights, lowlights.
So many highlights. So many
Good
highlights.
stuff. I mean, it's really hard to not just give it to the whole 10-minute horror movie.
I know. It's like, because when you start watching this show, you're like, oh, okay, all right, I kind of get it. And then that hits and you're like,
oh, this was surprisingly artful.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck me. This is just like, it's just good content. Like, fuck. It's like they lower your defenses with a bit of zany humor, and then they punch you in the gut like a boxing crab, with feelings.
And I think an easy
emotions.
low light is the, once again, the return of the crotch scissors.
Fair enough.
Unsettling. Not in the way I like.
I want to give my low light to the Okarun Ira kind of like
hilarious misunderstanding.
Hilarious misunderstanding a bit, because I'm also a bit like, uh-huh.
Yeah, we've
Yep.
seen this a million times
Yeah.
before in rom-coms.
And it's like it's a teensy bit forced.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, all right. It's still good, but it's also like,
And
okay.
I literally predicted this dynamic last episode,
Yeah.
so it is the definition of predictable.
Exactly. However, highlight, no doubt in my goddamn mind, or maybe a little doubt. Maybe
Let
just
the doubt creep
maybe
in.
a teensy bit of doubt.
Embrace the doubt, Nick.
Just maybe it has to go to the Momo Ira fight when they're like not reconciling, but like in eating together.
Yeah.
Just that whole bit, I'm like, man,
It's good comedy.
Ira's so dumb. It's
So
so good.
dumb.
It's so fucking good. Oh, now Liam, I'm left only with 2 more questions for you.
Mhm.
What do you think? Just hypothetically speaking, right? Purely hypothetically. If I were to present to you this conundrum to you, that you would form a hypothesis and perhaps even a formulation around what would happen in the next episode of Dandadan.
Great way to cover pulling up the episode titles, by the way. Very smooth, very
Entitled-
organic.
Entitled Merge Serpo Dover Demon Nessie.
Say that one more time.
Merge! Exclamation mark. Serpo Dover Demon Nessie.
Serpo Dover.
Demon Nessie. Another exclamation mark.
Okay.
And then episode 10. Have you ever seen a cattle mutilation?
Oh, shit. That rules. Cattle mutilation. That's alien phenomenon.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one?
No, but I know about it.
Okay, great. So what do you think's going to happen in episode 9?
Episode 9. Okay, here's what I think is going on.
Merge. Serpo Dover Demon Nessie.
Sorry, I'm from Perth. I am habitually unable to merge.
Liam, we're a comedy show, not a fucking horror show, all right? It's too real.
Satire is back.
I just
so-
don't get it. So,
Here's what I think is going on.
Liam is doing crab hands.
I think
You think?
the aliens,
Mhm.
when they filtered out everyone that doesn't have enough spiritual energy to trap their targets alone in the school,
Yep.
they didn't account for the fact that there was actually this water demon spirit on the school grounds.
The big dinosaur?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is a ghost or a yokai that happened to be there that they weren't accounting for.
I see. Okay.
But based on the episode title, I wonder if they're going to merge with it. Or the other thing I was already thinking is that perhaps the boxing crab man is their prior attempt at engaging with ghost powers unsuccessfully.
Yep. Okay.
Because crab's spirit's crossing the other side, and it's wearing kind of the suit of a Serpoean. Is that what we're calling them?
A Sapoan, I think,
Yeah.
or something?
So that's my guess. The crab is a alien ghost or a ghost alien.
Okay.
What's going to happen? Momo is going to have to Resident Evil her way away from the Loch Ness monster,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to just go ham. It's going to entirely disrupt this carefully wrought alien plan. And of course, we're going to get some hero moments from
Oh, boy.
newly transformed Ira
Yeah.
to show off her abilities.
Yeah. You know how when this crab fellow, boxing crab guy,
Yeah.
was doing some of this boxing?
He was singing a little song.
Chikikikita.
Okay.
What do you think that the fuck is?
Don't know.
Okay, great.
He did finish it by saying I'm a gig worker or something like that, though, right? The gig
Yes,
economy.
correct. So what about episode 10?
I'm assuming it was you know how in episode 1, Alcaruan sang that Shy Boys song
Shy Boys song.
when he was scared to go into the underpass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was probably some sort of pop culture reference like that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a cattle mutilation?
No. But we're going to go out to the nearby farmland or something because some cows have been abducted
Oh my god.
by aliens.
Okay. To what end?
Maybe they'll fight like a minotaur or something.
We merged the humans with the cow and now we regret
That's
everything.
right.
Okay, alright.
The aliens are doing further experiments to try to unlock human psychic powers and abilities to horrible results.
Gotcha. Okay, alright. So you reckon...
And maybe we'll meet this other boy in the OP that we haven't seen yet.
Ah, yes, I know who you're talking about. The one who looks very... He's the guy who does the point
He's
with the
giving
face.
rich boy.
Rich boy. Okay. Why is he giving you rich boy?
Just because of his design.
Okay.
You know,
alright.
you know what rich boys look like the guy in Persona 5.
Yes and no at the same
The
time.
rival
but-
detective character.
The rival detective. Not the evil one in
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Yeah.
Like the evil one. that
Yeah.
You have to time shenanigans or something like that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Or is it like alternate dimension you or something that happens? Where it's like, he's crazy and is just like, well, couldn't solve the case? Guess you die.
Okay, you don't know what happens in Persona 5.
No, but then you, like, alternate version you yourself so that you don't die. And then you just walk out of the room and you're like, problem solved. And then you unlock the last third of the game, right? Or something like that?
So, yeah, I think he's going to be a pompous rich boy, and it's going to kind of, it's going to be the predictable other side of the rom-com dynamic, because you've got to have someone who's interested in the boy and someone who's interested in the girl to threaten to tear them apart, and he's going to be super rich to contrast with Okarun's apparent not even being able to have a smartphone.
Yep.
Low socioeconomic status, and he's going to have a crush on Momo and want to shower her with expensive gifts, which of course she loves because she is a superficial Gyaru.
Of course.
But he doesn't have the winning personality of our sweet little twerp, Kentakakura. And he's not nearly traditionally manly enough.
Oh, interesting. You think he's just going to be like
Well, he's both
flamboyant,
he's both
kind
neither giving the
hard lad,
the traditional Kentakakura traditional masculinity that she so craves,
Yeah.
or the soft boy sweetness that
Okarun,
yeah,
our king,
yeah.
Okay, all right, interesting.
He's a third thing that sucks.
He is that third thing.
Yeah.
Okay, great, very nice. Well, that's it.
Great.
That's all we got.
Wrap it up.
Put it into a bundle. Tie it to the ground.
Smoke that bad boy.
Put a lighter that looks like a crucifix onto it and be like, be gone, demon.
Sup and suck.
Kill the other two.
Until then, we are like a month out from Steel Ball Run first stage. Damn. Still unclear if it's just going to be the 148-minute episode or anything more than that.
But we'll be on it.
So, I mean, we'll finish this season of Dandadan, so maybe we'll be a couple of weeks behind its release, but we'll be there. JoJo's World will be there for you.
Well, I mean, I won't be there for you specifically, listener, but I'll be there for everyone else who listens. Liam's trying to parse that in his brain.
No, I've parsed it, and I've instantly considered you've somehow invented a whole new broadcasting sin.
Listen, listener, I'm not here at all.
But until he's here,
To be continued.